Hey folks, On Target Training. I'm up here today talking about the beautiful Sig 226 Legion. This version is the single action only version. A few weeks ago, my friend Jeff met me here at the range and we shot both the single action and the double action version of this pistol. I liked it so much that when I was at a Sig carbine class last week, I ended up exceeding my training budget by a significant amount because I went into the pro shop and they had one of these and I decided I had to treat myself with a little gift. So here it is. The Sig 226 is a venerable pistol that's been around for a very long time. The Legion is a significant enhancement of the 226 in my opinion. Improved sights, improved trigger, especially with the single action only version, and what works so well for me is the enhanced beaver tail, which allows me to get a much higher grip on the gun and have much more control of the trigger. What we're going to do today is shoot the gun at a couple of different distances. We'll start at 3 yards, go 5, 7, 10, and then 15. We'll also take some shots at steel at 25 yards, again, to show you guys that just how the gun works and operates. I've shot it approximately 500 rounds since I acquired it, so I'm still getting used to it a little bit, and I think the gun is capable of much better accuracy than I am demonstrating, at least so far the first 500 rounds. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you this, and again, we're going to shoot the gun just at reasonable distances under a very controlled, slow process. So we're going to start at 3 yards and we'll work our way back. Let's get to shooting right now. All right, guys, we're at 3 yards, and I'm going to shoot 5 rounds. Okay, same drill. Now we're at 5 yards. Better group at 5 yards. And I think that has to do with I'm just working the trigger a little bit better. So 3, 5. We're going to step back to 7. Okay, 7 yards now. That was me. 2 mashes on the trigger and you saw what we got. So I'm going to try to do a better job because we had a nice tight group going on there. Okay, that looks a little better. Again, this really is a shooter issue, not the gun issue. Let's step back to 10. Okay, 10 yards now. Again, I'm still throwing a few out. So what we're going to do now is we'll step back to 15, and we're going to work our 15-yard shot from back there. So what I do now is part of a practice process is I go back to different distances and I just spend 25 to 50 rounds really working it. What I really need to do is do dot torture or something like that to really work the trigger, the press, the reset. I'm still not totally dialed in for that. But what I like about the gun, well, there are several things I like about the gun. What I like about the gun is the beaver tail here, which goes way, 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 way up, allowing me to get a very high grip on the tang. I also like the single action only trigger. Again, click, reset, very short. And finally, the Sig sights, which are night sights, which are set up here. High visibility, very easy to see, and then just dot inserts. For me, with my eyes, that type of sight system works so much better than the same size 3-dot system, which for my eyes is just too busy. There's too much going on. So what we're going to do now is we'll go over to our 25-yard steel plates and work that. I think that should be a lot of fun because we'll get a little reaction from our targets. Okay guys, now at 25 yards, and I think the gun is capable of way better accuracy than I'm demonstrating there right now. Again, getting used to the trigger and just seeing whether or not, you know, where that reset is and working all of that. There we go. As we went along a little bit, I got more of a feel of what I needed to do, where my hold is. I'm holding point of aim, point of impact. And obviously 25 yards, it is not a perfect group, but combat effective hits, this is not intended as a target gun, right? This is intended as a self-defense tool. Bottom line, guys, really happy with the Sig Legion 226 single action only version. Improvements for me are that high beaver tail, single action trigger, sights, and just the ergonomics of the grip and the feel of the gun. Very soft shooting, and I believe it's felt recoil that has changed for me over my standard 226 because of the placement of my hand really high in the tang of the gun because of that beaver tail. Well guys, that's a look with less than perfect accuracy, operator induced or lack thereof, operator induced. Really like the gun. Hey folks, finally, and as always, stay safe.